I've spent over £200,000 on multiple courses and mentorships to be able to grow my business, and it's got me to make well over 7 figures online. In this video, my number one goal is to save you all the time that I had to put in through my mid to late 20s on learning all of the lessons about sales and marketing and operations that I had to spend all of this money on. Now I'm going to break down for you which courses were a waste of money, which courses and mentorships were worth it for me, but also now I've developed a clear framework that you can use to be able to work out, is this investment of this course, this mentorship worth it for me? And I'm going to break that down into 3 simple steps. If you don't know who I am, my name is Usman Kiani. I'm the founder of Guided Growth. Now with the UK's leading sales consulting and training company, and as we are growing to 8 figures, I'm learning a bunch of lessons. And I don't know it all, but every time I learn something, I try to bring it onto here so you can actually take the lessons and apply it for your business. In my experience, every time I've read a book, I've given myself a raise. And every time I've bought a course or a mentorship, I've sometimes risked a lot. I've not made the money back. Sometimes I've 10x'd my money. But what makes a good investment? What makes a good mentorship and a good course? How do you know which one to invest in? With books, it's a lot simpler. Books rely off product-led growth. So if the book is good, others will recommend it to each other. It doesn't have all this fancy marketing behind it. You tend to find that all big movements originally started from one book. Now, if you look at all the guys in our current marketing sphere, let's say it's Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozi, they released these books first, and then they built a movement behind it. And this is why when it comes to books, you tend to find that you're going to be able to absorb a lot of knowledge from them, because it's that author is condensing all of their experience into one clear place that you can digest. One book that I really benefited from in my early 20s was 48 Laws of Power. It completely changed the way I think, because in my early 20s, I was naive. When I was 24, 25, and I was working for a company, which I eventually was growing that company to 30 million revenue. And when I was working for a sales manager, recruiting and training sales reps and 400 salespeople that I trained over a few years, this company, I was super naive, because when I first started, I was getting taken advantage of. I had directors calling me and threatening me. I had directors telling me what to do even when I didn't want to move it. I even had someone tell me to move jobs and move locations based upon territories within the business because he leveraged a promotion. But I was naive enough to often say, sure, I'll do that. That's the level of naivety I had. But when I read 48 Laws of Power, I was able to see through people's tricks and see through people's game that they were playing. But I needed that book because I didn't really know what they were playing and the ball that they were pulling over my eyes. So that book massively saved me. Another book that actually saved me a lot of time and earned me a lot of money was Robert Cialdini's book, Influence. Because when I read that book, I learned the power of because. I learned the power of consistency. I learned so many skills about sales and influencing and persuading people that I changed the way I speak. So within the years of 24 to 26, when I first read these 2 books, I was now a better salesperson. I was a better manager. I was a better leader. I was a more wiser person within business because I knew the games that others were playing. So that was just 2 books that I had got for free that had earned me a lot of money. Luckily, I actually believed in myself enough to invest in myself. But my first investment that I'd made within a course or a mentorship did not go down too well. I had spent £15,000 with a so-called marketing expert. Now, there's going to be a disaster here. I'm going to tell you about the time that I'd wasted a lot of money. When I opened my company, Guided Growth, in 2022, so it was late August 2022, the first thing I wanted to do was, right, I need to grow this business. I really need to get leads and make sales. In my naivety, I thought, I'm just going to be able to make some content, have a mission statement, be really driven in who I want to help, because I always knew my skill set. I always knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how. I was an expert in sales. I was an expert in closing deals and managing people and operations, but I had a lack of skill set within marketing and leads. And I had read a couple of books, but I was still not fully sure. So what I did was I asked a few people that I know if they recommend someone. And someone recommended me someone who was experienced. When I looked on LinkedIn, this person would be a marketing director of multi 9-figure and billion-dollar companies. So I thought, she's going to be the one to help me. She's going to know exactly. And when I spoke to her on the phone, she said to me she wants £5,000 per month, £15,000 over the 3-month period. And do you know, when I looked at my bank account, I didn't have the money. And what I was doing at the time was I had my sports rehab clinics. So I was doing sports rehab treatments to make up the money every single month to pay this person. So I, at one point, I think 1 month's revenue was around £8,000. I would live off 2 or 3 grand, and 5 grand I would give to this person that I'd made. And this money was supposed to shoot off and grow guided growth. So I invested all of this money that I was barely scraping by and making into this person. Now, most people would think you're making 8,000, close to 10,000 pounds a month. That's a great income. But I knew that I wanted a lot of money. I had a clear goal in 2022. Around late 2022, when I opened this company, I thought I want to make 83,000 pounds a month. I want to make £1 million a year. That was my goal. Now, I made this investment with this person. Absolute disaster. Because the first month it was, we're going to do your mission statement, we're going to do this garbage, we're going to do that garbage. It was important to do. We all need a mission statement. We all need values for a business. But that was her core thing, because the marketing team that she had been a part of in her job, she didn't have to generate leads. She didn't know about content. She didn't know about how to generate leads through social media to get them to buy your stuff. But what she did know, she felt so confident with, that she was like, this is what you need to do. And do you know what happened after 3 months? My business had not grown, but I had a very nice written mission statement. I had a very nice idea what I roughly need to do. But this person was adamant that they knew what they need to help me. And it was for me to work out, this is clear a mismatch of what I need and what this person thinks I need. And the lesson here really is, I did not know what I needed. I had to work out what I needed first and be able to go to someone who's an expert and got a proven track record. I'm accountable for making that mistake. There's nothing wrong with what that person did. Yes, she was shit at what she did. She thought she was good. But it was for me to be accountable, because it was down to me to know what I need and to do my due diligence on finding out what this person, have they got a proven track record in doing it for them to charge so much money. This person had not got a proven track record within working with someone on an independent business owner. She had done it for a company. And the truth about working for a big company, especially these 9-figure and 10-figure companies that I've also been a part of, you're a clog in a wheel. You just do one little small task, a part of a bigger company. One person runs the ad, one person makes the creative, one person does one thing. And there's 20-30 people doing the job that you need to in the beginning for your business as one person. And when every single person, when there's 20 people in this big clog and one person is just doing this one thing, they don't really know what everybody else is doing. They just are just doing their one task, and it just works because there's a person who's leading all of them, a more senior figure. So even these director roles that people get handed out in the corporate space, they don't know fuck all. They don't know what they're doing. That's from my experience. I can tell you these people think they know what they're doing, but they've not run their own business. They're great employees. They're great entrepreneurs. They're not entrepreneurs. They don't put the company on their back. They don't take the risk themselves. And this is why when you go and learn from someone, do not learn from another employee. Go and learn from another entrepreneur who's done it. And that was a lesson from my first investment that I had an absolute disaster and wasted this 15k on. And you can hear it in my voice how I know that I wasted this money. But then there was an investment that I had made 10 times the money. Let me give you a small example. I spent 5k in one and 15k in another. So I'm going to give you 2 examples here. So I remember going to Homos's workshop for a 5k investment. I did actually end up spending a lot more money there, which I've made a video about. If you want to go to my YouTube, you can see the Homos video that he taught me when I spent over 60k with him. With the 5k investment, it wasn't incredible the things that they were teaching, but it got me to think way bigger, because I was in a room full of other multimillionaires and I actually got taught how to build a business that you can sell. That triggered the idea of my portfolio business and how it's actually going to sit in a company structure, and thinking far bigger. And it changed my avatar, changed so many things, and I even met clients. So that workshop was a big game changer for me. There was no one thing that I learned there, but it gave me multiple insights on the direction that I want to take my business. So that was one great investment. But I'm going to tell you about another investment that I made 15k, that I invested 15k in. I don't want to talk so bad of investments, because I'm a big advocate of investing in yourself. If you're young and watching this video and someone's offering you a drop shipping course for $1,000, you're watching one of these Iman Ghazi videos and you want to watch SMA, you want to invest in SMA, do not invest. That's not worth it. You want to make intelligent investments. As a business owner, I invested 15k to learn ads. I actually had invested in an ad agency, but they also teach you how to run ads, buying the media, making the creative, scripting, all the process. Expensive, yes, 15k. But that 15k helped me to run ads, and now we can like run ads where we can generate 20 appointments per week, and those 20 appointments, let's say 3 or 4 of them close after some don't show up and some of them don't close, that's 60k a week that we can generate from learning how to do ads. So just that simple mechanism from learning how to do something, I'm now able to hire media buyers, hire creative managers, hire that paid side of my business simply because I learned how to do that by doing an initial course. So investments are so varied, but you've got to be able to do your due diligence. So I've given you examples of good investments and bad investments, but now I'm going to give you the framework that I use in 3 simple steps on how you actually can understand which, if it's worth it or not worth it for you. So now, how do you know whether to invest in a course or a mentorship that you're using online? I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to actually work it out. The first thing I want you to do is ask yourself, what do I want from this course? What do I actually want to get out of it? Write down that one thing. Now, once you're write down that one thing, then you're going to ask yourself, can I actually get this one thing from anywhere else? Can I actually do it online, YouTube, on books? Can anybody else give me this one thing? If it passes that test, the next thing that you're going to do is ask yourself, if I did not do this one thing, what else could I do to grow my business? What else could I do if I didn't do that one thing? So if it was to do ads, could you actually do partnerships? Could you actually do another avenue, another channel? What else could you do? Once you answer that question, it'll make it clear. This is my only option. When it's your only option, and then the next thing that you're going to do is do the ICS framework as step 2. And the ICS framework that you're going to do is going to be, is it important? Am I confident it's going to work? And is it simple? Important, confident, and simple. That's what you're going to ask yourself, and you're going to grade those out of 10 for this course. Is it important out of 10? 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, pass on. Am I confident that it's going to work? Okay. And confidence, remember, it comes from doing your due diligence, which is going to be more explained in the 3rd step. And then, is it simple? Is it simple for me to do this? Am I going to need to hire a bunch of other people? Am I going to need to do all these other things? If it is ICS and it ranks high, you're ranking between 8 to 10 for all of those 3 things that you can ask yourself. Then move on to step 3, and if you should buy this course or this mentorship. And I've saved it towards the end of the video because this is a real gem. The dark side of actually these courses and mentorships that no one will actually tell you online. Most courses and mentorships actually have a 20% success rate. So they'll onboard, let's say, 100 clients onto their system. 20% of them will be successful. 80% of them will do fuck all with that course. They'll just fail. They'll not have the great results that 20% will be. That 20%, a lot of the times, those outliers have got those results simply because those people are great at doing that thing. They were going to win regardless of what course they did. So those 20% of people are the ones that you see their testimonials. So what you actually want to ask on your sales call or when you message other people who've done that course is find the 80% and find out why did they not do so good, or find out what percentage of people did the course and what percentage of people got the result. That's the question that you need to ask. So if 100 people took out and bought that course, how many of them got that result out of the 100? You're going to find that it's a lot lower than you think. And when you actually ask that question, you'll be able to work out, is that the right course for me? Because that is the final step. Because I cover everything in those 3 steps. Do I need it? Is it important for me? And then next, is that course relevant to what I'm doing right now, which is the ICS framework? And the last stage, which is your due diligence on that company, on those people that have done that course. And when you use that 3-step framework, you know that that course, that program, that mentorship is not going to be a waste of money. Because I've worked out that if I actually attract the right people and give them the right results, we'll have a better reputation, which will attract more people, which is the same logic as the book's product-led growth, because it's the referrals. If those are high, we know that we've got a great product. We've actually got an incredible referral scheme within our business, and our clients refer someone. Every single month that we get referrals, our business has been growing. And we're only able to get referrals and not having to drag ourselves through marketing costs every single month, because we liquidate our ad spend so much by our CAC has dropped massively simply because we've actually got a lot of referrals coming to the business. So we can actually have a negative churn at times because as someone finishes, we've got more people being referred in. If one person finished, 2 people are being referred in. So we're able to grow even without ads. So what can we do with ads? That's the right setup. And we can only get those referrals because we've got a really good product, because we have product-led growth within our business. and they're the courses and mentorships that you want to be a part of. We actually talk about this quite in depth in our school community, because I do a free call in there every single Thursday, the last Thursday of every single month. So if you go into the link below, you'll see our school community. I'd like you to join and actually be a part of that community with us. So that would be mega if you want to get some free advice. And if you're a business owner and you do actually want to work with us, if you see the link below, you can book a call with us directly. I have been taking some calls and it has been my team, but you're able to speak to us. We don't do your average sales call. We're a sales consulting business. So if you genuinely want to see if we can help you from your current spot, book a call and we can see if we can actually help you out. And if you've enjoyed this video, you'll remember early on where I mentioned that I spent over 60K with Homos. Click on this side, you can watch that video because I'll show it to you in depth and show you everything that me and Homos worked on in person. And then click on this side to subscribe to our channel and see more of these videos. I'll catch you on the next one.